Yes. I'll first answer your questions or listen to your experiences.
So we went to like the temple yesterday. It was the temple it was near the mosque, and they said that that temple was made like 10,000 years ago or more. And I was just wondering like how they made that temple, because I was looking at it and it was made out of olive stone.
You are asking about the Triveni Mosque, Beni Madhav temple or Vishwanatha temple? I tell you, in Varanasi, all mosques are built on temple. You need to tell me which mosque you are talking.
No, it was. I was wondering how the temple was made, not the mosque. The temple where
Which temple you are talking?
the one where you.
Oh, Vishwanatha. Okay.
Yeah. And because the one that was covered in gold.
Yes.
And because I was looking at it and it was so intricate and it was made out of stone and everything was symmetrical.
No, please understand. Near the temple, did you see a mosque standing?
Yes.
That was the original temple. That was the original temple. The present which you are seeing is built by Rani Ahalya Bai. See, the original temple was built during the time of Sadashiva, 60,000 years before. When he was in the body, his own Atma Linga is the Linga which was installed. He himself installed it. That was the original temple. The temple was maintained by our Mahanirvani Akkada. When the when the Aurangzeb only attacked. He attacked the temple at least 10 times, but we saved it. We won the war. Once there was a Chaturmasya period. You see, Chaturmasya means that time between Guru Purnima and Navaratri, we sadhus don't pick up weapon, we do only study. We don't travel, we just stay in one place, we study. So at the time, all the weapon will be kept in as one heap. And it will be taken out only on Vijayadashami day. That is why Vijayadashami day is day of weapon. All the weapons will be worshipped on that day. Then we will pick it up again to defend and protect Sanatana Dharma. So when this Chaturmasya was going on, we will not touch the weapon unless Acharya gives order. So Acharya went to Allahabad to take Snan, some auspicious occasion. This fellow got the insider information and stopped the Acharya there itself and attacked the temple here. So our sadhus went and stood with bare hands and fought. 10,000 sadhus got killed. And he took over the temple. 23 ships. Actually, yesterday I told you 17. There is a government archive. Why don't you go to the Indira Gandhi Palm Leaf Research Foundation, the government organization? They scanned all this and put an English translation and published it. The whole Aurangzeb's court documents, where he gives the order to demolish the temple, and where after all these atrocities, the whole gold taken from here was gifted to our that core dancer, 17th core dancer. And they stripped the whole temple. Whole temple was actually gold sheeted. They stripped the whole gold and take it through the ships in Ganga to Delhi. And from Ganga to Yamuna, Yamuna to Delhi. That is the way he took. And anyhow, 5 of our sadhus who have mastered the yoga, while the attack was going on, they realized they are losing, on the losing ground. They picked up the main deity and sat in samadhi, kept the deity in their lap among themselves and jumped into that well. And 1.5 years after, when the situation was under our control, our Acharya ordered the queen of Ahalya Bai's ancestors. So Indore queen was ordered by our Acharya to rebuild the temple. Then her ancestors rebuilt the temple, present temple, and in the Jnanamapi well, we digged out the well, Still all the 5 sadhus were in samadhi, not dead, holding that Shivalinga, and we took the linga out and installed it in the temple. Now the present temple has a 3000 kilogram, means 3 ton gold on the top of it. The top of the temple is covered with a pure gold sheet, thick gold sheet, 3 ton, 3000 kg gold is there. And the original temple, which is now mosque, the whole plan is in our Akkada. Even now we have the original plan. It's in the goat skin, goat leather they have drawn. Those days that big paper was not available, so goat skin they have drawn. It is still there. Based on that plan only, the Banaras Hindu University, that temple was built by Madan Mohan Malaviya. The temple you went and saw in the university campus is the replica temple of the original temple existed. That was the size, fully covered gold, thick gold sheeted, was originally here. And 17-acre campus. Still we are paying tax for all that 17-acre, because legally that 17-acre is in our hand. Even though security has gone to government and all that, but still Akkada is paying the land tax to the revenue department.
Sorry, one more question. What is the significance of 108? Because I know, like, when we do
Why?
108, 108.
Sadashiva, when he gave the methods for enlightenment, he gave 108 methods. The first revelation of Sadashiva was 108 methods. Then later on he added, now almost 4,000 or 5,000 available. But I personally feel he has given at least 25,000 methods, because he talks in 2 places about the number of techniques he revealed, methods he revealed. It's around 25,000 maybe. So when he first revealed, the first set of techniques is 108. That is why the 108 became very significant. 108 has a lot more significances also. This is the main reason why the 108. Go ahead.
A couple of questions. First, the easiest one. Why, for example, Veranda was the name you mentioned? The guy who was sitting in veranda.
Varanda Baba.
Yeah. Why was he in that stage for 40, 50 years without movement?
Oh, he was in samadhi, means the pure conscious state, and he just enjoyed himself, and he just want to live without doing anything, just being in that state. It is too intoxicating, powerful state.
So he was already enlightened, and
Yes,
he was
yes.
just enjoying.
He was enlightened. He was just sitting and enjoying and blessing people.
Okay. Another.
See, it was not that he was dead. Every day more than 200-300 people will go and touch his feet. He will give them some specific words like do this.
talk.
He will talk. Yes, he will talk very well.
Okay.
When I told you, when I went, he said some rhyme kind of a thing.
Another question. Thank you. Another question.
He will talk. He will fold his leg.
Okay.
He will do all that activity normal. No eating,
I
no
thought
drinking.
he was like in coma.
No eating, no drinking, and no 1, 2, 3. But otherwise, he will be talking very nicely. I think because there is no eating, I don't think he had a sweating or need to take bath.
Convenient.
And I have heard very for sure that no food, no 1, 2, 3. But about taking bath, I have not asked, so I do not know.
You mentioning a few times about the old civilization.
Once I remember the temple had a Kumbhabhishekam, and they took the kalasam and they said he poured it on himself. So those days the temple used to legitimately acknowledge all the enlightened sadhus lived in the Arunachala. So whenever there is a Kumbhabhishekam, because Sadashiva said, I will be available here in the form of hill and the linga and master, So they will keep one kalasham for each of the sadhu siddha who is living, who is known to be, who is suspected to be enlightened. For all of them, they will keep one kalasha. At the end of the ritual, they will pour it on the hill and the Arunachala linga, and they will take this kalasha and take it to each of those sadhu siddhas and offer it to them. So in last Kumbhabhishekam was 1974. When that was done, they took it, and I heard that he poured it on himself. Means he accepted.
You mentioning often the original civilization, which was 50,000-60,000 years ago. What was happening? Was it just in India? What was happening with the rest of the world?
No. They were actually spread around the world also. It started here.
Okay.
This between the Saraswati River and Sri Lanka. This was the area it started, but it spread all over the world. By the time they developed flights and they developed the flying powers, so it was.
And then what happened? Like then nothing. What was the end of it, or how it ended?
How?
Yes.
It did not end. There was a great loss of intelligence and knowledge and power during the First World War, Mahabharata War. Mahabharata War is the First World War, not what we call it as First World War. Mahabharata War, which happened maybe 6 or 7,000 years before, roughly. That war, almost all the intelligence got destroyed. The whole research, development, best human beings, all of them got killed. I think that is when lot got lost.
But it seems from my small experience here that this part kept to be like an almost parallel world. There's something we would read in a fairy tale, like this flying thing, which we seen yesterday. It seemed like kind of happened to be preserved here.
I
How
think
that happened?
this place they preserved, but not in the scale originally it was. I can say maybe 2% only is still alive. 98% you can't even imagine. It's even if you put your wildest imagination, you can imagine only 2% of what was.
Swamiji, backside. Backside. This.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Someone told us yesterday that people offer fish and rice to the Veranda Baba. Is that true?
No. Veranda Baba is a pure vegetarian. Now, Trilinga Swami you may not have even seen, because by the time you guys reached, they closed it. Kinaram Baba only I am talking.
No.
Go ahead.
Yeah. My other question is very personal. When I was small, few times I had a question in my mind that what if there's a world or inside my body? That question came few times, and say, was it just childhood fantasy?
No. I can very clearly see. It is the remain of one of the strong spiritual experience you had in the past. So you should relive that incident again and again. When you felt that question, or you see, when you felt that questioning, you will get into certain mood. Relive that mood. You will have the opening of that incident. And I'll open it.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you.
No, already I have given the boon. Nothing can be done. Late. Late is one. The kind of a trust he had when he asked me, when I said, you tell me, I'll make that into reality. He did not have a second thought that if I give a word, it will fail. He was so straight when he was asking. I said, all right, done. He was very straight. See, when he asked, actually I did not even know whether it's a person or a team. What he asked, I infused my energy into it. So he was so straight, I was very happy that I can infuse energy into it. If he had a two thought current, let me check whether what he says will happen or not, and all that. See, when I said done, I saw already his being was celebrating the victory. There is no second thought current. His whole being is celebrating the victory. It is done. So the future becoming present just because of my blessing is faith. His inner space was that clear. So that's why.
Backside
Done.
Swamiji.
Done deal.
Here. Backside.
Yes, go ahead.
I wanted to share a few things. So after you, I guess, reinitiated me when I was having difficulty reading, before the mandala, I actually started seeing things. Like when I closed my eyes, I actually saw everybody in black and white. Started hallucinating, and then I probably did the equivalent passing out because I went completely blank. And then at the end, I only woke up.
Don't worry. It's actually when your third eye opens, you see this kind of extraordinary things. Nothing wrong in it. You are good.
Oh, thank you. And another question was, when these small miracles happen, like from what I've heard from people all around, like I just was wondering, do you consciously make them happen, or just like your presence?
My presence and my consciousness one and the same.
Oh.
See, it is not actually language, it's the way I present the language and the way I use it. Literally, the poetic, the pure language to the slang, colloquial language, I play with the language. So,